So the first one is quite interesting. I remember reading, I can't remember how long ago, that this university professor or lecturer was going to give his salary to needy students. It was $3 million in basic salary.
Right.
His contract, when he got his contract. Well, I'm going to read this. The university lecturer who had promised to give needy students his approximately $3 million in basic salary annually had his contract terminated by the University of the West Indies, Mona, amid questions about his mental state. That's interesting. His name is Dr. Renee Williamson. I'm told he's a trained chemical and biomedical engineer. He was expected to take up his appointment as lecturer at the Mona campus back on August 1 in the Faculty of Engineering on a 3-year contract. The story says it appears the UWI cut ties as the lecturer made his way on a flight to Jamaica from the United States where he was living, which is quite interesting. He said he didn't see the email until he showed up for work. He received a May 8, 2019 letter offering employment as a lecturer. Earlier this month, he was notified that, and I quote, on the basis that the documents you have presented are inadequate for an assessment of your present medical status, please be advised that the University of the West Indies hereby rescinds its offer of employment with immediate effect. Williamson said that while the UA has a right to hire and fire as it sees fit, his greatest concern is how his private medical information was handled. It was revealed on social media platforms that he suffers from bipolar disorder and is dubbed the mad professor, who them fire after one day.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate
It is quite
situation.
unfortunate.
On many levels, meaning if a decision was taken, for him to have come this far to realize a decision was taken is tragic. The UA maintains that they did not release his medical information. I don't know how it got out, but then they need to, I think, find out where along the chain this also happened, because he's a brilliant man, bipolar disorder or not. His academic qualifications speak for themselves, and he's a whole heap of academic qualifications. He's very brilliant. And also we have to look at how we treat mental health.
By the way,
and mental wellness.
UWI sent a one-line response when contacted by the Gleaner. And all the response says, the University of the West Indies Mona campus does not disclose information concerning terms of engagement with prospective employees or employees.
So you were saying they didn't release it, but somewhere along the way, I don't know how it would have been.
How would it? Well,
I mean, easy to check, but who posted the social media post? Who put it up, and then how did they get the information? But we have to look at also how we treat mental wellness. Because I actually met someone who was on Smile Jamaica a couple of weeks ago, and she said to me she suffered from a mental wellness issue. And she wants to talk about it, about how you treat it, how you can live a healthy life. So it's unfortunate.
And the professor says, and I quote again, all my medicals, according to the forms, were within the normal limits. In fact, it stated that I'm a healthy human being of 43 years old. I'm a male at birth, and I do not present as having any challenges at any time of my medical diagnosis. It includes the fact that I have a medical condition that is ongoing and chronic, so it does not require me to work with my doctors privately to manage that. And insofar as I don't represent a threat to myself or any other person, and it doesn't impede on my ability to do my job as a lecturer, then I believe and I hope that we would have continued along the normal process. Something went wrong somewhere. All right, what's the next one?
Shorter men
and shorter women.
Women can join JCF. Matt's only just a shorter individuals. Matt's no longer required. The police force seeks to enlist 400 recruits from Western Jamaica. So they're seeking to sign up hundreds of young persons. They're doing a major recruitment drive at Racine High School in Hanover today, I believe.
It is today,
So if you're from the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, or Trelawney, and you're qualified and you have an interest in a career in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you're welcome to show up for the recruitment exercise. It's primarily looking for applicants between the ages of 17 and 30. A person over the age of 30 who has qualifications from a recognized tertiary institution would be given an opportunity to be a part of the process. You must have a minimum of 3 CSEC subjects, inclusive of English language. Mathematics is no longer a requirement. Male applicants must be at least 5'5". How tall are you, Sheffield? And weigh no less than 130 pounds. The females must be 5'3" and weigh at least 120. It used to be 5'7", by the way, and 135 pounds for men and 5'5" for women. So they cut off 4 inches, 3 inches. They're trying to make it possible for those who want to join.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.